Go shout it, 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 go shout it. Thought I do a thing like no other. 9 to 5 and working on side. Hit the gym, showing a little muscle, but I come correct.
Hey guys, it's your girl Erica G, and the place to be is here. Welcome to Queen Flex Podcast. If you're new to the Queen's Gang, subscribe to the channel and turn the notification bell on down below so that you don't miss any of the hot topics we talk about here on Queen Flex. If you cannot watch, make sure you favorite and follow my podcast at Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or Anchor so that you can always listen to the show and don't miss any of those hot topics on there either. Always remember, flex like the queen you are, live life to the fullest, and be a boss. Period. Okay, so guys, today's guest is someone very special and near and dear to my heart. She has been my best friend for 10 years now. That shit is crazy. My bestie, my baby, I love her so dearly, Miss Ashley Miller.
I'm sorry, I was weird.
Finally got her on the show. Okay.
I'll be around.
You did. Just a fun fact for you guys. This is supposed to be my co-host. Just
Why? Why you gotta expose
throw
me?
that out there,
I be
okay?
moving too much. I can't live in one place too long.
She bounces too much. You feel me? But it's okay. We got her on the show today, and as you guys do see in the description below, the title today is Millennial Marriage. And I think this topic is just a little spicy, just a little bit, just because I feel like everybody has a different opinion on this topic, very specifically. And I think just today's millennials, Gen Z, they don't want to be married.
You know?
I feel like it's either they don't want to be married or they just want a wedding.
I agree with the second part. I don't know. I don't feel like people just don't want to. Well, no. Let me not say that. There are people out there who genuinely just don't want to get married. That's what it is. But a big portion of the people who I feel like people put them in that category, they don't belong there. They don't want to get married now. They just want to wait longer.
Okay,
And I get it. I feel it. I'm with it.
But why? Like, as in, I don't know. Like, I wanted, okay, so just like extra fun fact, she is engaged. So I wanted to bring her on the show because you're in that, like, that space of where, like, I'm not married, but I'm not technically single, but I'm not married, but I'm in that process. But you're also like, we engaged, that's good enough. Hold up, calm the fuck down. We ain't getting married right now. We gonna wait about a year or so in some change type of situation. So I wanted to get like your perspective on just like our generation and marriage, because I feel like I'm a little biased. I'm already married. I got married at 20 years old. Like the traditional
Southern girl.
Southern woman. I got married at 20. My grandmother got married at 18. Like I feel like I was like, whoop whoop. I was right there.
You know.
But I felt like I also got lucky.
That was never a life I saw for myself. I was committed to being the cool auntie, and I held it down for a couple years. I tried my hardest, but here we are now.
I'm the cool auntie. I was
going to be the cool aunt who just traveled everywhere. I popped in for Christmas, maybe Thanksgiving, you know. Oh, here we are.
And now you like now a little bit.
A little bit.
A little fun. So, like, what is, I guess, the perspective? Like, I know, like I just said, like, I got married the traditional way, low key. I met my baby at 18. We got married after 2 years. We was like, huh, you mine, done. Okay. I But I will say I didn't have the wedding. I didn't have the big wedding and all of that stuff. I just was like, all right, we're gonna get married Wednesday. Cool, let's get it done.
I was about to ask that question. How long were y'all engaged before you were married? I don't remember.
Literally like 4 months.
That's beautiful. Okay, well, how long were y'all together before he proposed then?
2 years.
2 years and then 4 month engagement, and then here we are. All right, bet.
Literally.
That, we
like it was bow, bow, bing, bing, boom.
2 years though. I feel like the 2 years of dating or just like knowing each other, that whole phase is essential, and that is not.
I think it's just the fact I can see, like for us, I think it was just like when we met each other, it was like, oh no, you it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Go shout it, go shout it, go shout.
Okay, I know that you're saying that you had that, like, y'all were together for 2 years, but Jalen and I, I'm sorry, him and I?
No, we don't say names.
I don't try to say names. It was, we dated in high school.
Correct.
Kind of kept in touch for 10 years.
Right.
Because we've been out of high school for 10 years, which we're not going to go there right now.
Stop. No, we haven't.
It's been
it's not been 10.
How long we been?
Don't put that on my life, boo. I'm old.
You know what? It's just 7. It's just 7. But
It's
listen,
only, yeah.
round up.
Don't round nothing.
But we kept in touch for 7-ish years.
She keeps saying this number. Like, bitch, I ain't old.
And reconnected last year. And he proposed after 6 months. And here we are.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I didn't realize it was 6 months.
It was 6 months.
Damn. Woo.
If even. No, 5 actually.
Oh my goodness.
And we were actually like officially started like dating or whatever in July.
Oh
Christmas
wow,
was-
that's crazy. So do you think, okay, with your perspective, my perspective, and let's just, for like my fun fact, and y'all know I like to research shit. So millennials carry the lowest marriage rate, like since like baby boomers. Like we're only at 26%.
It makes sense to me.
But why? Like y'all, they put off marriage. They say they put it off marriage or they avoid it altogether. My question is, why?
I don't want to say entitlement, but low-key I feel like it's a sense of entitlement. Let me explain it though.
Okay.
So on both sides, I'm not saying on the men's side or the female side.
Give me perspective.
Both people. I feel like with us, with social media and everything, we're seeing different sides of things. We feel like, okay, that's a potential. And if you don't give me if I don't get that from you, then we're not gonna be together. So if you don't see like all the super romantic stuff, but you gotta remember that social media is only cutting the cutesy parts. That's all you're seeing. So you're not gonna get that every single day of your life. So I feel like people expecting that every day is part of the reason why people pushing marriage off, because they're waiting for that person.
And I also think with the social media, like just to touch on that part, social media, like I think what people need to understand is that marriage, you're not going to be happy every day. You're committing. Like one thing I heard somebody say, they was like, with marriage, you need to understand that you're not committing to one person. You're committing to a different person. Literally, you're committing to, you might as well say, like, ain't schizophrenic when you use like multiple different personalities? No. What that is? What one that is?
Dissociative identity disorder.
Okay, so that, you might as well say you marrying that. For real, because you're marrying who you're marrying now, but that's not going to be the same person in 5 years. That's not going to be the same person in 2 years. Shit, that might not be the same person tomorrow. You feel what I'm saying? You won't be dealing with a different person. You're literally marrying different people all the time. You're married to a different person. You know what I'm saying? Because of growth. Just like, nobody's the same. I'm not going to be the same way I was last week because I've grown over there. I think it is scary. I feel like that's people.
That's scary for me. Because, like, I'm in the phase where I'm just engaged. I'm not locked in yet. So I see you changing. Like, oh, you're not who you was last month, my guy. I don't know you. I'm a dude.
But that's the thing with growth. You want that person to grow. You're supposed to
if they grow in a different direction.
Your person to grow. Oh.
See?
That is a problem.
See, that's scary.
That is scary.
But I already said yeah.
But you already, I feel like when you marry someone, you're accepting all of them.
Yeah.
Including the good, like you say in your vows. Oh, I'm marrying you for through the good, through the bad, through the healthy and the non-healthy and all that all that goodness. I'm marrying both sides.
Yeah.
Is basically what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So you're not. I can't. To be scared, I think is saying like, okay, you're scared, but at the end of the day, you don't think that person's scared too? Like, you know what I'm saying? Just because I don't know who. You could be freaking out, and then later you talking about something you only want to have sex once a week. What the hell? What you mean?
Why I gotta go there all the time?
Because that stuff matters.
It might.
It does. It don't matter.
I'm not saying it might. It
matters. It matters.
Okay, so back to the initial question. So why are people waiting longer? Well, first, why do you think people wait longer? Or do you just not understand it at all?
I think from what I've seen and what I've heard between friends, people that's, in other situations, people that are married, don't want to be married anymore, all those different situations. I know all sides of the spectrum. I'm single, engaged, want to be divorced. I know all those sides of the spectrum. So, financial stability, which I think is the most bullshit.
I feel like that's the dumbest one. I hear that on the guy's side more.
Right.
I don't want to get married until I have X, Y, and Z. I think
that's the most bullshit ass reason.
Yeah.
For most women, I want to be in a career. I want to graduate. Those type of things. I know because that's your perspective. Another one is, I want to be happy. He's not making me happy. The word happy. Let's pause at that one. Nobody is the reason for your happiness. You are the reason for your happiness. So if you're not happy, baby, you need to be working on you. Go tune into, what is that, episode 3, self-love. Go listen to that. Because at the end of the day, it's you.
Yeah.
It's not that person that's not making you happy. It's the fact that you don't love yourself enough.
You can't rely on somebody else to fit things into those little boxes. Like, only you know what those boxes are in the first place.
Exactly. And another thing is, I think, as I've learned in being married, people love people for conditional reasons. You're not loving your significant other unconditionally. You're loving them unconditionally. Did he give me flowers this week? No. He ain't get nothing from me.
That's why I had an issue with that initially. I was like, that don't sound like love to me at all then.
There's people like that though.
That ain't even love. That's just convenience.
He didn't do this. Oh, so I'm not cooking. Or he didn't.
Not the tit for tat.
Not the tit for tat, bro. Like, sis, it's tit for tat, and it's a lot of that. A lot of the tit for tat. Okay, you ain't do this, I'm not doing this.
Yeah, I don't agree.
You didn't do that, okay, I'm not doing this either. You know what I'm saying? Or, even for a guy perspective, you ain't giving me no yeah. You ain't giving me no yeah. Oh, okay, I got you. Now, this nigga, he don't want to touch you.
Yeah.
He don't want to give you a hug. He don't want to give you a kiss to walk out the door.
The affection that you want.
He don't
give me the affection I want.
Right.
The affection you want.
Screw you. What you mean? What? You didn't give me no? Oh, okay. I'm going to show you. It is tit for tat. Tit for tat. Tit for tat. It's not, I love you as who you are, and you love me as who I am, and I'm going to do for you regardless of what you do.
Yeah. You
know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna show you affection because I want to.
Yeah.
It's not a want. Yeah. It's not I want to be with you. I feel like people they don't have that anymore.
Do you think people are understanding marriage more then, if that's the case? Because I feel like if you know going into marriage that it's just like marriage is a lot of sacrifice. That's just what it is. It's choosing to put someone before you.
Love is sacrifice.
Exactly. But people,
in
my opinion, people today are more selfish. I actually don't want to say selfish because I don't feel like it's inherently bad. I feel like selfish has a bad connotation attached to it. It's just more self-involved, which ain't that better. It's not much better, but still, they're prioritizing themselves, which is good. People want to, get better in their careers and do certain things. And I feel like for society, we may progress faster, but for families, I feel like families are decreasing.
I think
society is trying to increase careers.
look at marriage as now I have to pause my life.
Yeah.
And that's not it.
Mm-hmm.
If you're with the right person. You understand what I'm saying? If me, example.
Yes.
We got married. We were both still in college.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I left college. We both did, being honest. We both left. Because I got pregnant. Right?
Mm-hmm.
But then all these past 2 years, we done had 2 kids, all that good stuff. But now we both look at each other, yo, we paused on our dreams, so hell no.
Mm-hmm.
You need to start, you want that business, go get it. Babe, you want to go back to school? Go do it. I got you. We 100% behind each other.
See, but that's what it is, though. You got to have that up front.
Exactly.
You got to know that you have that in a partner. Because if you don't know that you
have
that.
And I feel like that's the thing for most women. Mm-hmm. Oh, I have to pause my life if I get married.
Yeah. Because
now I have to be a wife. But what is being a wife?
I wouldn't say it's because of being a wife. I feel like it's because of, I feel like, what's this, the nursery rhyme? First comes marriage, then comes baby, whatever. It's not necessarily marriage. I feel like you feel like the next step after marriage is kids. You got to do that right after. You don't. You can wait as long as you want. You can wait 10 years. You can wait 10 days. What you want to do?
Facts. I know plenty of couples millennial marriage couples that have been married for like 2-3 years and still don't have kids. And they traveling and they doing bullshit and they living their life and they're doing amazing. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, girl. Woo woo. Yes, girl. Because you need that. I tell you this. Don't have kids right now. Don't I not tell you that? Don't have kids right now. Y'all love each other. Y'all get married. Y'all do y'all. Mm-hmm. Enjoy that time with each other because that part is sacred and that's the foundation of marriage, of your kids, of your family, all of that. You need that.
Speaking of kids, though, I'm going to add something to that. Another reason why people may not want to get married right now, I feel like this generation is more conscious of, like, trauma and, like, what happened in their household growing up. Yeah. And because you're so aware of that yourself, you're like, I don't want to put my trauma on a kid. Mm-hmm. So you want to do with your stuff first, and that's a process. Yeah. So that process takes time, so therefore marriage is not the, stayed off a little bit. Factual. And that's not, I don't feel like that's a bad reason at all. But I do feel like you can kind of do things simultaneously, but just be very mindful of the issues that you don't want to pass down to your kids.
If you know you don't, I have trauma, my husband has said, we discuss it. Now you have a partner in it. Because guess what? If he knows what I went through, I know what he went through. We both talk about what we don't want our kids to go through. Guess what? We work hard every goddamn day to make sure my kids don't go through that.
Exactly.
When I was a kid, I felt like I wasn't heard. Mm-hmm. Those type of things. Guess what? My kids, even though they're only 3 and 1, are very much heard. Yeah. Oh, you don't want to do this? Why you don't want to do it? Oh, for real? Okay.
Because it ain't English.
Well, all right. I hear you. Okay. But I'm going to just let you know, you went outside today, you smell like a doggy, and you need to take a bath. My son don't be wanting to take baths. He get mad. He get upset. He started crying. He gets very emotional. Son, it's okay to cry. I understand and I feel your emotions. You have the right to have your feelings. Sorry to say the word, but you need to take a bath because you stink. Okay? We can take a quick bath. When he on days like that, I don't want to take a bath. All right, cool. We can take a 5-minute. We can take a quick. We can take a 2 minutes. Wet your body up, soap you up real quick, rinse you off, and get you out, and put your PJs on. Let's go. And he's happy because he feels like, okay, I was heard. My mommy made a solution, and now I get to go back and do what the hell I want to do. Mm-hmm. But I did get clean, and I feel better because now I'm clean. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of us didn't have those things, especially in the Black community. Ain't no such thing as you being heard. Ain't no such thing as you even having emotions as a child. What the hell you mean?
What's your question to a child?
How dare you have emotions? Like
opinions.
Opinions? You don't have no opinions. You gotta pay
for those. You gotta pay a bill for those. You gotta pay a bill for those.
What you mean you depressed? You ain't got nothing to be depressed about. You don't even know what being depressed is. Like what? Make it make sense. Don't make it sense. But you deal with those things, and when you have kids, especially when you have a partner with it, guess what? Now we working as a team. Yeah. Even if you ain't with that person, y'all need to make sure y'all coming together to understand how we gonna raise these children, because it's not about us. It's not. It's about them being better, being the better version. You understand what I'm saying?
Your kid should always be better than what you are.
It should be
so give them the best
better.
foundation so they can take off.
Exactly. So you gotta. So I understand. Okay, I'm gonna deal with myself first.
Yeah.
I get that. Yeah. But even if you with somebody, y'all can deal with it. Because sometimes I'm gonna be honest. Mine's helped me with mine because I didn't even see it until he was like, "Can I ask you a question?" type stuff.
Yeah.
And then now I'm realizing I'm crying on the phone for 2 hours to my man about my damn traumas that I didn't even know I had, bro. And then next thing you know, I'm forgiving people. I'm telling people, you know what? I forgive you because now I can walk better because now I have a guider. You know what I'm saying? And I think even for a woman's perspective, sometimes if you have that kind of guy and you have that kind of man, let that nigga lead you, girl. But sometimes they lead you right.
And sometimes they lead you wrong.
And
that's the other reason why nobody's trying to get married right now.
Because of that other side. Ain't ish. Mine is, y'all, some of y'all ain't. I'm sorry. Y'all need to pick better niggas then. Shit. Get your lives together. Shit. For real.
Oh my God.
Why y'all picking them kind?
But that's the point. There's so many of them. Like, I'm not gonna put a number on that. I don't know the exact percentage, but I feel like if you got 5 in a room, maybe 2 of them are worth submitting to. That's how I feel.
Okay.
That sounds like I'm bashing a minute. I don't mean to do that, but that's how I feel.
I don't think you're bashing. I think it's a fact.
It's a fact.
It's a fact. I always be like, I got lucky. I don't know what y'all talking about. I got lucky as a motherfucker. That's why I made sure I snatched that nigga up.
Extra.
Facts.
Extra.
Facts. What? Oh, we getting married? You my husband? Let me drop all them dimes. Yeah, the fuck? I'm gonna get $1 back. The hell?
What?
So that. He too good. I'm keeping him. I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do. Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, for the folk out there, what did you see that made you feel like, oh no, never mind. I don't know.
Go ahead. Go ahead. It's just nobody's really asked me this question before. Nobody's asked me that.
Okay, so what did you see in your husband, your now husband, before he was your husband, to make him be like, that's my husband?
I prayed.
Okay.
Like factual. Like being honest, brutally honest. I got to college, freshman year, and I was like, Lord, I want to be on the boat. Lord Jesus. I'm tired of these niggas. Like real stuff. Like this is the prayer. I'm tired of these niggas, Lord. I don't want to be like that no more. Like I don't want to, I'm texting this one and I'm texting that one. I don't have the energy, Lord. I really don't. So Father, block them. I straight up asked him to block them. I said, block the ones that's not supposed to be in my life. Block the ones that's not good for me. Block the ones, even if that's my type, block them from my eye. And when I was like, Lord, I just want the next one to be my husband. I don't want to date. I want to date, but I don't want to.
You want to date knowing that this is
knowing that, okay, this is either going to benefit the shit out of me, as in this relationship is going to make me grow for my husband, or this is the relationship I'm in with my husband. Yeah. Facts. That was my prayer. When I say he worked miracles because I'm seeing my type ass, I'm like, oh, and then he would talk, and I'm just like, no. Like, y'all, I would get so disgusted with dudes. Straight up. And I mean, they 6 foot. I'm short. I'm like, oh. They 6, 7, and 8 and stuff. I'm like, what? You a giant. Okay, climb the tree. I'm like, I will, what? Boy, yes. But I'm telling you, they would talk. It would literally be things like they would talk. Or just me seeing them walk up to me. The way they approach me. And I get disgusted. Literally. And I'd be like I'd be so like, damn. But with my husband, I literally seen him from afar. Like, we seen each other at the same time. type stuff. And it was like the angels was like pointing with arrows. Like, nigga, this the one right here. The way he carried himself, it was just like nothing I've never seen before. Not even in the men in my family, if I'm being honest. It was everything that I wasn't looking for. And that was everything that I needed. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. And even if you hear his perspective, he used to always be like, nah. He literally would tell me, he was like, babe, I'm going to be honest with you. When I first seen you, I was like, that's the one. He tells everybody that. That's the one. Lord, if I get her, I'm out the game. That's what he tells everybody. And I always laugh at that because that's how I was too. I literally was like, yeah, I'm getting married. What you mean? I don't know how long it's going to take, but I'm getting married to that. I'm getting married to that. That right there? Oh, yeah. Facts. Facts. And when I say, Lord was like, yeah, that's it. It wasn't even the fact that he looked good and he met all of my qualifications of physicality and all of that stuff. It was the fact that he literally was like, yeah, I'm going to church. Wait, what?
Yeah. Talk about it.
And I was like, because I grew up in the church. I'm looking for an actual dude that what I wanted, a guy of faith, and somebody that's going to always lead me back to him. At the end of the day, that was what I wanted. So he was that, literally. Even though, yeah, we out in the streets and we doing our thing, at the end of the day, he'll be like, yo, hey, you read your Bible today?
Ooh.
What?
The accountability, though.
He held.
Never mind. I see it.
He held me accountable, and he still does. I held him accountable, and I still do. We always kept that. Yeah. That's the foundation of our relationship. So, just seeing him, and then the way he talks to me, the way that you just met me, and you're, oh, you okay? Let me help you out. Boy, what you mean? Okay. What? Oh, okay. Let me walk you to the car. Boy, here you go. Put it in. Now, come on. Thank you. And he literally, he did this one right here. So can I get your number? And I was thinking about it. You know me, I'm a G. What you mean? I'm like, I'm gonna think about it. He said, and took mine.
The authority. See, that's what it is. Okay.
He gave masculinity.
He gave energy, honey. He gave energy. That was no. I see it. I get it. I'm with it.
And I think the problem is these guys nowadays. Y'all ain't giving masculinity. Y'all not giving. Look, I think a lot of these guys is either they're too authoritative, or they're just too feminine. And it's like y'all need to
just find a happy medium. Like,
I need
out there, just
calm
it
down.
down.
Right. Y'all don't have to be so aggressive, meaning y'all don't have to talk to the ladies and be like, yo, ma, nigga, we don't like that. Don't talk to me like that. What is wrong with you?
Be respectful. It's just respect.
I ain't your mama. Don't call me that. It's simple as that.
Not your mama.
It's respect.
Yeah.
And y'all don't respect women anymore.
It's being respectful, but also having the authority or just showing your authority. Like,
yeah.
My issue, okay, not my issue. The ability to lead or showing the capacity to lead.
Potential.
The potential. I need to want to follow you. If you don't make me want to follow you, why would I get in your car? Like, why would I,
I see you have no GPS and you're talking about we're going somewhere. Well, where are we going? You want me to get in the car, put my seatbelt on, and close this door, and you're going to lock it, and you think I'm about to not know where we're going.
No, I need to get my own car.
Where we going?
I can drive myself.
Sir, you ain't got no GPS. You got Siri on. Where we going? What are we doing? Where we going, sir? Are you kidnapping me? AKA, are I settling for you just because you want me to take your word?
Yeah. Or
are we going to be able to communicate and say, yeah, babe, so check this out. We're going here. I've been here multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
So, not as in, oh, I done did this with a few bitches.
Yeah.
I mean as in, yo, I've been here. I scoped it out for us. I made sure it's safe. It's secure. Let's go here. I got you.
Yeah.
Put your seatbelt on. You want a snack? I got you.
I got
You want a
snacks.
drink? I got the cooler in the back ready. Like, nigga, are you prepared?
Are you prepared? Yeah. Okay, so that's what I was thinking whenever you were talking about when you met your husband. There was a certain level of he was already prepared.
Facts.
So I feel like men, because we talked about this at first, men want to have sometimes it's men want to have a certain amount of money in the bank account before getting married. But that's not the thing.
But
don't worry about your bank account. Worry about your.
I'm not even gonna say that. I'm not even gonna say that
preparedness.
because
Stop it! Don't.
we were in college.
Yeah.
Let's remember that, broke college students.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we both had jobs. We both took care of ourselves. All of those different things. But I feel like it was maturity.
Mm-hmm.
It was maturity.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the time, we was living together and everything. At that time, when we got engaged. And it was like, what we doing? Both of us was like that in our heads. But then it was like, okay, we playing married. I'm not in the game to play. Mm-hmm. And neither one of us was in that space of, oh, we're gonna play. I like playing games, but nigga, this ain't Connect 4. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. It's either are we getting married or not? Mm-hmm. Do you want to be with me? Do you see that long-term life with me? Mm-hmm. And we would have many of those conversations. Do you see that? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Cool. And we agreed to say, okay, is this the next step or not? Yeah. I'm just being honest with y'all. When he proposed to me, I was like, what? Is happy? Because I ain't know shit. But that's usually how it goes, right? That's usually how it goes. And I was like, wait, what? What, you really doing this, Nigga. You know? But, I mean, we talked about it. We were both prepared for that. We agreed on it. Communication, maturity, all of those different things. And even when we had that point in our engagement where we were like, yo, we're not ready. Mm-hmm. We had that too. And we both said, yo,
talk about that.
We're not ready for that. And we both looked at each other like, you ready for marriage? Like marriage. Both of our parents are divorced. Mm-hmm. This is where we come from. We come from divorced families. So, at 20 and 21, you sure about marriage?
So I decided to pause at one point? Like, not pause, but like...
At one point, we was really like, I was still planning and shit. Because, you know, I'm a planner. But I was like, okay, we can plan for a year, 2 years out type situation. But then, I'm going to tell you what was the don't wait no more counseling. It was premarital counseling, literally. That was like, and you have this counselor asking you these questions, you know, stuff like, well, what don't you like about this person? Yeah. What you don't like about that person? You know what I'm saying? Do y'all agree on how many kids y'all want? Mm-hmm. You know, all those different little questions or whatever like that. And there was things that all of our questions, because we already talked about this. Yeah. We didn't talk about everything. So it was like, all our questions was like this. Mm-hmm. Answers was like, well. And he was like, so what y'all waiting on?
I was like, do y'all think that y'all were just having like anxiety about it beforehand at that point? And then that was the, let's just do it.
Right. And then he was like, y'all want to get married Wednesday? And we was like, sure. Like, I laughed at him. He was like,
y'all was talking about Wednesday.
Y'all want to get married Wednesday? And we was like,
that's funny.
Yeah, we get married Wednesday. Like, what? Yeah. We got married on Valentine's Day 2018, and we've been married ever since, and it's my baby. Hey. So, okay. I mean, yeah. So, sum all that up. As you were saying, so I want to know your perspective, because you are also in that realm. You said yes. Mm-hmm. So, what made you be like, oh yeah, Yeah. That's it. Or even, what make you say, okay, yeah, I'm ready for marriage? Let's more so say ask that question.
Just a different level of, I don't know, I just reached a certain point of growth. Mm-hmm. And it was like, okay, well, this is fine. This is who I am now. Let me not say it like that. It doesn't sound like so like dull, but like it's fine. I mean, with me, not even with him. Like how I felt about myself, like this is fine. Like I could settle in here and be comfortable. Like not saying stop growing, but I don't know how to word
that way. Yeah, because
it's the maturity that you said that you saw in him. I feel like I saw that in myself. Okay. Like I feel like okay, I'm at a point like where I can do this here and I can move forward and I'll be okay. I'm not going to turn anything on. I'm not going to turn off my life. I can maintain who I am and continue growing alongside someone else now. I didn't feel that way before. Okay. Like, no. No. You do it over there, I'm going to do it over here. But now I feel like I'm at a place where I can do that with somebody else. Yeah. Now, why him specifically? I don't know. That was just a click. That just was low-key, like you said, with God, honestly. I'm not going to say I necessarily prayed, but he did. So he was praying at a certain time. I remember right before I reached out to him because somebody I dated before, and then time went on, and then I've always known him to be Christian. Right. So whenever I, came to Jesus, I was like, I had been off of Instagram for a while, and then I don't think I've ever told you this actually. No. I had been off of Instagram for a while, and then I, was all in my Bible, and I got on Instagram, and I was just like, oh, you got to imagine looking at these Instagram stories with Christian eyes your whole life. And for me, that was just like, wow, that's a hard life. And I immediately thought of him for some reason. I don't know. I immediately thought of him. And I was like, hey, just checking on you, living in this world. How you been? It's a wild world out here. And he's like, what do you mean? And I was just like, well, I found God. And so now I see, well, maybe you've seen this whole time. So like, how are you? And that's kind of like what sparked it off. And just that immediate connection about, like you said, having that foundation of Christ. And connecting on that level and building from there kind of helped things to grow to that place. And with me also feeling like I'm comfortable with marriage whenever he asked. Let's do it. So that's how that happened.
So do you think with our generation and the generation before us, it's majority of kind of like baby mama, baby daddy type of situations, and nobody's getting married anymore? So after our conclusions of our situations, is it like, okay, are y'all just comfortable? I'm gonna just be blunt. My biggest question for this generation is, why are you guys comfortable with having kids with other people, but you're not comfortable with marrying other people? Because I feel like you shouldn't have a kid with a person that you wouldn't even want to marry.
Well, first, before I get that, I guess, do you think people are like, I don't want to say it this way, but choosing to have kids before they're married, or do you feel like kind of just we're choosing sex before marriage, and then
both? Okay. Because I
can't imagine that.
I'm gonna put it like this. This is no shade. Let me put this disclaimer out there, please. I don't want to see me on the shade room or any of these things for saying this. Lord have mercy. But a YouTube couple that I follow, they were together for a good little minute, but they decided to have a baby before they got engaged and before they had married.
It's an interesting. How did the conversation go?
And a lot of their supporters always would ask, well, when you gonna propose? When you gonna get engaged? When y'all gonna get married? Like, but next thing you know, she popped out pregnant, and everybody like, so y'all cool with? Y'all literally chose this to have. Y'all were ready to have a baby because she talked about it for a very long time. She wanted to have kids. She was ready to have kids. She was ready to have kids. But then when y'all agreed on that, but when the question of when y'all gonna get married came up, it was, well, that's our decision and it's on our timing type of situation. But I feel like, how are you mature enough to be a parent, but you're not mature enough to be married to another person that you're already living this kind of life with? Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? And I see a lot of people doing this. So it's like, why?
That's actually, I genuinely don't think I have the answer to that. I can't imagine how that conversation goes. You're just like, okay, let's have a kid, but not get married yet. I don't understand that.
Like,
but I will say maybe it has something to do with like government involvement, I guess, like the legality of marriage. That's the only thing that I could like reason with that making sense. But at the same time, you choosing to have at least for 18 years, you're committed to this person if you're having a kid with them. It's
exactly.
Like,
I don't think people think about that.
I don't understand.
I'm gonna just be honest. I don't think people think about that.
Yeah.
I think, as you said, people are just choosing to have sex.
Mm-hmm.
But y'all don't think of the consequences of sex.
Yeah.
Because you're having sex. I'm not saying I'm a saint or I waited to get married. Right. I'm not saying that because I'm gonna just be honest with y'all. I was doing the duty and all that shit too. But I'm blessed with my people. But I also knew I'm not gonna have sex with nobody I don't think it's a good thing. Because I knew the possibility. You understand what I'm saying? If I don't think you're gonna really step up to the plate, I'm not gonna have sex with you. Yeah. What you mean? Because there's always a possibility of anything happening. Let's all be conscious and adults here.
But I feel like if in that situation, you're looking at that person, you're saying that you, like we discussed at first, have that maturity. So it's not just, I'm comfortable having sex with you, I'm comfortable marrying you to some extent as well.
Exactly.
So I can't imagine. So you should have sex.
That's her point.
That's
I ain't saying that. I'm saying I ain't gonna tell nobody don't do what you do. Do your thing. Just be conscious of who you're doing it with. At the end of the day, be conscious of who you're doing it with, and don't be late to your body. One night stands is not. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's not okay. Because guess what? I know some one night stand kids too. In the world. We not gonna stop. Shut up. We gonna keep it. We keeping it a stack and we keep it in 100. Are we not? We're gonna keep it 100. They are those things. So I'm just think about those things. Think about those things. Be conscious of it. Do your thing. Just be conscious of what you're doing.
Yeah. Because
there's always that possibility. Always. And I don't think I had to have that conversation with adults, but I do because I keep seeing it.
Yeah.
Like they be on TikTok, I keep seeing it, so let me tell you. You know. Or even if you do have a baby and you're not married or whatever like that, have a good foundation with that co-parent. Co-parent and do the right thing for your child because it's about them. Like I said earlier, it is about them. It's not about you. It's really not. And if you're married and you have children, make sure you have that foundation in your marriage. Still date. Have date nights. Love on your husband in front of your kids, girl. Love on your wife in front of them kids, boy. Because guess what? That's what they need to see. No real stuff. That's what they need to. That's what they need to see. I'ma be a step. My daughter did something so funny the other day. She comes in my room and she got like her little two toys. She had like two toys in her hand. She had a boy and a girl, and she like was like, I love you. And she took the boy and she like was walking this way or whatever like that.
He went to work.
And she was like, bye. and I just thought that was so funny because this is what me and my husband does when he's going to work. And it's like they see that and they're like, that's
normal. That's what it's supposed
normal.
To be.
This is what it's supposed to be. Mommy's telling daddy bye. You know, daddy's telling mommy bye. They're showing affection even in front of us. And then they show us affection and love and make sure we feel included. And it's like, dude, that's what these kids need to see.
Yeah. And they will repeat that exact same thing. Not that same thing, but they'll repeat the same way.
Exactly.
If you're showing them the opposite.
Exactly.
You show them, I don't know, daddy slapping mama. She gonna have her dog slapping mama.
But
I don't want to use that example.
But it's the truth. Because I think that's the problem.
Yeah.
With us millennials, Gen Z, what we've seen, as I've said this before.
Agreed. That's the root of all.
What we've seen our parents get divorced. We've seen our parents get beat. We've seen our parents go through whatever they went through. And a part of us is like, hell no, I'm not going through that. I'm not going through that.
Yeah.
I don't want that.
But
the but comes in. When do you stop that?
Stop it.
That generational cycle.
Yeah.
It can always end with you.
Mm-hmm.
That's my message to people. It always can end with you. Because me and my husband, you want to look, y'all look at our parents. We ain't supposed to be together. We ain't supposed to be together. Y'all look at our parents. Me and my husband not supposed to be together.
Mm-hmm.
We're supposed to get a divorce by now. I'm just saying, we come from divorced families. We come from divorced families. And I mean, not just our parents, but even, you know what I'm saying?
Before them.
Right.
Yeah.
It was situations or, oh, this is happening. But we didn't have those kind of families. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Majority of my families are divorced. Most people in my family is divorced. Or in bad relationships and don't know how to get out.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's literally a splat. Oh, here's about one or two of them. They still together for 20, 30 years.
Right.
Oh, they got a little splat over here.
And usually it's like you've seen some drama in that relationship, but they made it work. But
right.
It looks bad. But that honestly, that's what it's supposed to be.
Because like we just
level,
right, like we said, marriage, you're not gonna be happy every day.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna like you every day.
Yeah.
I'm not. And that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, I think we should everybody should understand, marriage, it is a sacrifice. And it is a big step. And it is those things, but when it's with the right person, don't get scared just because of your trauma.
Mm-hmm.
Because now you're just living in fear.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And I just wanted to throw this out there. So there was a little thing. Y'all know I'm a researcher. So it says millennials are being strategic when it comes to love, and it's changing marriage. Mm-hmm. Millennials tend to fear getting divorced and are financially burdened, so they're marrying later in life as they take time to get to know their partner, accumulate assets, and become financially successful.
I see no problem.
I don't see a problem with that either. But I don't see a problem, but I also see the little, those little gray hairs that's like, okay, so y'all basically not getting married because y'all live in fear.
Yeah, that, and I feel like it's also it's just elaborating on fear of locking into one thing when it's potentially something else. I blame social media for everything, so I think that's a biggest problem.
Well, we can't blame social media
for everything.
We can't.
Steve Jobs, you did this.
We
can't even
make
the iPhone.
Yeah,
I'm just inaccurate at this point.
But I mean, okay,
because
everybody
you're seeing all these potential,
these happiness.
You're seeing people being happy, one, but you're exposed to an unlimited amount of people now. Mm-hmm. So it's I could have Joe from down the street, or I could have Joe whoever on whatever
all the way
side
in California.
Right.
What the
Which
hell?
is crazy.
You ain't going to California. Sit your ass down.
But just knowing those options are out there make it scarier to settle into one. I think.
No, that's stupid. It is. I'm sorry. That's dumb.
I just this part of the reason why. I feel.
So you gonna stop your life because you see potential Joe and Callie on social media working out outside?
Yeah.
Y'all don't even know if Joe married. Joe could be married already. And y'all getting y'all hopes up.
She probably talked to him. I don't know.
She ain't talked to him. Because he ain't even checking his DMs for her. He got 30,000 followers and she getting her hopes up. Talking about, I'm going to be the one. Girl, bye.
Okay.
Not
her and Jim then. Let's not look at this couple specifically. That's funny. I don't know. But, okay, let me not say somebody in California. Say you live in one state. There's somebody in your town. There's somebody in 3 towns over. So on the same state though. Mm-hmm. It's just wanting something else because it's out there, or being afraid to settle for this because there's one problem. Maybe they're literally, he's perfect in all these ways. -2.
Nobody is perfect.
Nobody is perfect. But that's what I'm saying.
Perfect?
Looking for that though. When you
Are
see
you perfect?
perfection, when you only see its limited amount.
And that's when I ask, so are you perfect?
Mm-hmm.
You must be. You must be the gem of all damn gems. You must not have one flaw. You must got everything that you want in that same person. You better not have a damn double standard. That's when we had that conversation. And let's keep it a stat. All right, you want him to have a car? He got the car. He got the house. He got the job. He making the money. Y'all see everything on social media. All right, you must got that shit too.
I wouldn't even say have that too. I feel like, do you have what a person like that would want?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And 9 out of 10, your
might
ass
be
down. But you looking at Daquan like he's stupid because he work at the plant or whatever. He living good. He doing good. He take care of your big headed ass. But you mad because he not jamming on damn Instagram. They live 10 miles away.
So what are the takeaways today? What are we?
The takeaways is everybody's not perfect.
You're not perfect.
Give people a chance. You're not settling just by giving a person a chance. You will never know because you never know how God is gonna sway that.
Pray about it as part of the takeaway.
Pray about it
and keep praying.
Keep
without ceasing.
Yes, like it's really just at the end of the day, don't live in fear. Stop. I want people to literally. I just had this conversation. Stop living in fear. Stop making decisions based on that alone. Oh, I don't want to get a divorce, so I'm not going to get married. Girl, marry that man. You love that man. You love that man. You know you love that man. Man, you know you love that woman, but you're scared of divorce just because your parents. That don't mean you're going to be the same way.
Yeah.
Just be.
That awareness alone sets you up for something different.
Stop allowing your traumas to get in the way of everything. Pray about it, heal, and go be in love. Love is God. God is love. I promise you, love is not all bad just because that's what you've seen. You understand what I'm saying? And then that was what love you've seen. You know what I'm saying? That's not what it is. Because there's another side that you haven't experienced, and there's always something that you haven't tapped into yet.
Yeah.
So, that's my gems. What's your gems? She said,
like
pray about it.
Pray about it. Yes, that's the biggest one.
Pray about it.
Pray about it. Give people a chance.
Give people a chance. And just stop living in fear. Period.
Yeah, unless those are just like, that's what it is.
Period. Like, because that's the conclusion that y'all not get married just because y'all living in fear.
Yeah.
Or, I wanna be a billionaire before I get married. Bye. Stop.
I work in finance, so I can do projections. People don't turn billionaires typically in my life until the 70s. So if you won't get married at 70, I guess you do.
Right. And then you got 2 years to live with your man. Girl, bye. Anybody got time for that? But you've been living with this man for 70 years.
Let me not insult people.
We're not insulting. Just so we gonna end on that note. Y'all got y'all gems for the day. We talked about millennial marriage. We hope we give y'all some gems, give y'all some inspiration, give y'all some motivation. Hopefully this touched somebody the way it touched us. So I am Erica G. This Miss Asha Lee. Remember, flex like the queen you are. Live life to the fullest and be a boss. And don't live your life by fear.
Yes.
We are